The team with the best record in the NBA, the team with LeBron James, open up their postseason against the Detroit Pistons. Game 1 coming up shortly on ABC.
Mark Jones back in the studio, less than 20 minutes away from the opening tip between the Cleveland Cavaliers, the NBA's best team, and the Detroit Pistons. That game over on ABC. LeBron's been on the cover of GQ, hosted ESPYs, but Dan Shulman still looking for that NBA title.
Time for the tradition here at the Quicken Loans Arena that sends the crowd into a frenzy. We've been told we're witnesses. He's been called the chosen one, and he has been so special this year during the regular season. The fans waving their towels, wearing their James will be guarded by a host of players. Tayshaun Prince will guard him a majority of the time as James knocks down his first shot. Jeff, we mentioned great regular season. Hamilton lost it. Delonte West comes up with it. Ahead to James. Here he goes.
And there's some old school guys sitting there saying, hey, Rodney Stuckey, why didn't you foul LeBron James? Well, this is 2009. That's a hold.
James, the jump shot. If he's hitting that mid-range jump shot, you're in big trouble if you're the opponent. Second leading scorer in the NBA.
Don't turn the ball over, and they limit three-point shots.
Second in the NBA in fewest turnovers, only San Antonio less. James to the basket, flips it up and in. He's off to a great start of the scene here at this terrific place. And LeBron James and his teammates really enjoying each other with it.
We don't practice it. You know, we just we together so much, and you know, we like brothers. You know, we know exactly what we may want to do, and we just go from there. Whatever we do, we don't try to disrespect teams that we're playing against or nothing like that. It's just us having fun and loving the game of basketball the way we do. It brings a lot of chemistry. I want to know it brings that trust factor that we have in each other, knowing that a guy going to be there for you no matter what.
Well, they've won 66 games and they've had one, and they've enjoyed it every step of the way. Mark, we've talked about the chemistry with this team that really is off the charts.
And that's the reason why they,
In some playoff series.
James quickly to the basket. He's had no adversity here in the first quarter, already with 10 points. And Cleveland up by 6.
post up can knock down the jump shot and the field is dry.
Oh, what a pass. James, his first assist, and a beauty to Ilgauskas. And he'll play big playoff minutes. Kwame Brown has also come in for Detroit, as is Aaron Aflalo. And James goes right at Aflalo. 12 points in less than 9 minutes for LeBron.
They've tried this 3 or 4 times against him. Go to Rasheed Wallace against Joe Smith. He just scored. Post up Mo Williams.
Oh, what a pass. Smith, the trailer.
As he did in the first possession of the game.
James splits the defenders, gets to the basket, and he'll go to the line.
Your job defending this pick and roll of your Kwame Brown, you have to force LeBron James to go around you. You cannot allow him to split the double team because you give him a direct lane.
James already with 6 rebounds to go along with the 17 points and 4 assists. Ilgauskas, oh, great pass and a better finish.
The speed and force of that cut.
Is the first half in dramatic fashion. For the local telecast of the Cavs, everything went well. Certainly the same thing in the first half as James throws it in.
They didn't sell out every home game.
The runner, back shot, is good. LeBron James, once again, he's got 26. Remember his last play?
World guy, too.
James to Ilgauskas.
I kind of call him like the Incredible Hulk. You know how big and strong he is. But the thing that impresses me the most about him is his speed. I don't think he gets a lot of credit for how fast he is. You know, being 260 and probably he is the fastest guy in the NBA, I don't think he gets a lot of credit for how fast he is.
3 or 2, though.
Earlier was a 2. It's 83-74. James gets inside easily.
Been time and time again, too easy offensively, half court heave just before halftime, knocks it down, takes a close-up picture. Nothing's changed in the second half. Runner, how about a floater in transition? He is having his way and facing zero resistance.
Who's got the red noses on?
He's faced clowns all season long the way that he is playing. His mentality is, I'm the best in the world.
A lot of fighting. LeBron James knocks it down. You wonder if that fight is still there.
Well,
Stuckey out of the paint. Quick post there by LeBron James. Nice play as he...
Dice couldn't find the handle. Here comes LeBron into Tayshaun Prince. And LeBron James with the basket right there. LeBron has started 2 of 2 with 5 points. Screened by Smith. Switch on defense. The dice goes on James, who knocks down the 3. Snared 3 rebounds. LeBron, look at the acceleration. Look at the bodies all over, including Amir Johnson.
around the shoulders and then pushed him in the back of the head. It's interesting. LeBron James doesn't fall. Now no Leon Poe, and here's LeBron James knocking one down. 4 more minutes. 4 more minutes, and this team is going to be finished. They said, you can't do that. We don't want you on our team. Whoa. Assistant say.
West has the steal. Here comes LeBron James. Followed out on the defensive switch. It means Bynum is on LeBron. Just like that, 29 for LeBron.
Ilgauskas backdoor to James. And there's the first bucket for Cleveland.
Scoring that playoff time.
LeBron James powers it in. He also got hit.
This is always about coaching, and then the fact that chemistry comes. Chemistry helps if you got initiated. Just Blue Ray, they only have 2 points.
James gets it inside. Nice pass to Farajao. Can't get it to go. James tips it. Aflalo tips it.
Who is that big man?
Ilgauskas driving down. Kicks it out inside to James.
What a great play. Then LeBron takes over in the middle of the second quarter, and he's just filling the lane, whether he's coming into half court. And then Z acting like LeBron out on the break.
There's some energy. LeBron James just powers his way to the basket.
How about the changing? Well, Stuckey did a great job on LeBron, kept him out on the perimeter, forced these type of shots. But up until that, when LeBron was missing.
Overall rebounding numbers, Cavs +1. James down the lane. James left-handed and a foul. Once again, the switch and a chance for a three-point play. Here comes James. James alley-up, throws it down. A 13-point lead. And the Pistons need a timeout.
Now that was great eye contact, Mo Williams and LeBron James. That was a tough pass. That pass was not an easy catch for LeBron.
For the exits.
You're going to see it right there. LeBron didn't have it. He was already almost under the basket as he reaches back and catches it, puts this one down. Up here, they have 62 with 3:40 on the clock.
James, the finish, count it, and a foul. No help.
And then the discipline. It goes right out the window because you're feeling.
Guard James into the half. LeBron to the basket. Got a second chance and got it.
Excellent first half, 17 points. They're giving him the medium jumper. He's taking it. Now, if you falter, he's going to attack the rim. Now, that's that medium range game that we're talking about. He's shooting 56%. In the open floor, he either scores or he gets fouled. And then defensively, the shot blocking is there. The passing, he already has 4 assists shooting, and then also total points.
James knocks down a jump shot. He's been dry from the outside. Hamilton picks up James.
With this guy whistling behind us.
7 of 10 for the game. And Wallace, Prince, and Hamilton, Hubie told us before the game, they needed to be big. They've got a total of 8. LeBron is 29.
That they're in the playoffs with a losing record. I call them 39 wins this year.
James right. Oh, man!
You could see that one coming after the first bounce. Mainly because the trap guy left and Will Bynum was left to guard LeBron James.
Just watch it. Big of you. right now, LeBron carrying the Cavs, sweeping their way. Talking about what an unbelievable series he's had. But he has. And he still is. What'd you say to me before?
And just negate the double team because they need to score.
Oh!
Make a great pass.
Jeez. You just score that goal. It was goaltending. But he almost blocked it to the second row out by midcourt.
Now, he's been in this series. He is led by example because he's been
Pistons. But it is the guy who reminds you that in every facet of the game, he has stepped it up to another level this year.
And before the game gets underway, the presentation of the NBA's Most Valuable Player Award to LeBron James.
NBA Most Valuable Player, the award presented by Kia Motors.
Season games, the Cavs jumped the Hawks early and never let them back in the game. However, last night, both visiting teams, Orlando and Houston, managed to steal a victory in their game #1 of round 2. So that's why you play the game, Dick.
So we'll see if that trend continues. And these fans, I would say, by Maurice Evans to start. And James driving to the basket, puts it through with emphasis.
Too easy to start out by letting LeBron James in their own building. They did come back, okay, close the gap down, lost a one-point game, and also beat him there.
And LeBron James just gets it in as the shot clock sounded to tie the game. 2 minutes going by.
Managed to just shoot that up and under with his left hand at the end.
Horford now picking up James. Plenty of time on the shot clock. Here's a 3, and it goes. LeBron James cutting the Hawk lead to a pair, and he has started out with 8 points. He was open for that 3, and now the Cavaliers in position to tie or take the lead, and as the ball teeters off.
It got to a point where guys was just like, you know, we need to play somebody else instead of playing each other. We kept beating each other up at practice. We was like, okay, we need to, I wish they hurry up with that series so we can go ahead and play somebody. And, you know, we're excited about playing the game again. So this is great.
He's defending LeBron James. We've seen just about everyone on him.
Yeah, and one thing, Mike Brown, he knew coming in that Atlanta was going to do a lot of switching as LeBron sizes him up, just like he did Horford and his jump shot. And Mike Brown said, look, when they do all the switching, I don't want our guys being hesitant. They're just subs here in Cleveland.
Here is LeBron James, and he's 5 for 5 from the field.
Right here, a lot of laughing and joking, because we was like in this corner. You weren't allowed in this corner unless you paid tuition. You know what I'm saying? So I was right here. All my dirty clothes was underneath there. To be here, man, and having the trophy, the MVP trophy, just 6 years removed from graduation, it's unbelievable, I think. But wouldn't be able to do it without those guys that's on the wall there, and those guys that's out there, my teammates, man.
Was injured, didn't play. Bad pass. Look at this. You turn it over. Oh, Williams controlling, so it's a little helter-skelter right now. Varejao, this is the reverse layup. LeBron underneath, puts it in. Ultimately, I had the impression LeBron was going to be involved.
And make your decision with the pass.
LeBron and the three-pointer by Mo Williams.
Number 2 in the NBA, just under 40% from the three-point line. That's LeBron, right to the rim, goes right through the defense of Atlanta. No rotation, no close downs. You can't expose the front of the rim to LeBron, so
here's James for 3. He's got it. LeBron James with his second from downtown, and the Cavs are up by 10.
They spent a lot of time during those 8 days off.
So far they haven't either. Lob from West to LeBron. Here is LeBron against Josh Smith. Off balance. What about that one? Hard off the glass. Going against the grain for his 31st point.
You didn't even think he was going to get that one off yet.
LeBron James. Basket counts and the foul. LeBron making it look easy. The last Cleveland professional MVP was Ryan Sipe, the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns in 1980. But let's Look at the crowd saluting LeBron, presented with the MVP trophy by Commissioner David Stern before the game.
Give and go from Z. Taller and just took it away.
The one thing about Z, he's not going to leave his feet. that we know.
And James, who works so hard.
You got to be concerned about the three-point shooters.
Solomon Jones trying to keep him out of the paint. James attacks. Oh, my! Oh!
Now, that was an explosion off the crossover. Now, once he did that.
LeBron, huge first quarter, knocks down. Knocked away from behind by Barrett now. James. Nice. Beautiful feed to Zerbiak.
He just loved it. As he ran right past us, you could see he knew that he had Zerbiak coming in that outside lane. That was beautiful.
Right back to LeBron. Sees it. Deep three. Oh! Wow! Look at Ilgauskas go to the floor at 7'3" and 11 years in the league. LeBron down the lane for 2.
Oh, yes.
Gives you a lot of that ability to have a lot of people believing in him as a star.
Speaking of a star.
3-point shots and the full display of basket celebrations and cheerleading. And that injury that nobody thought was that severe when it happened. LeBron a 3. To Amari Stoudemire.
Beat the perimeter people off the dribble, meaning Atlanta.
Has Atlanta had a good look at the basket? Williams with LeBron.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what a pass by Mo Williams.
How about the look?
After a sweep of Detroit, 8 days of rest, there was no rust. LeBron received the MVP, dominated the first half, and knocked the Hawks out by 27. Seen staying here for game 2 here tonight, and it's been a complete effort by the Cavs. 18 assists on their 35 field goals, frustrating the Hawks, and James punctuating the end of the first quarter and the second quarter with a dunk and a 40-footer.
It starts as a childhood dream. All it takes is a playground, a ball, a net.
When I'm on the court, the relationship with time in that moment is everlasting.
The dream may be simple. To make it come true is not. Growing up in Akron, Ohio, LeBron James once dreamed of being crowned a champion to cement his legacy among the legends that played before him. Is this the year his dream finally comes true?
Time is winding down. LeBron James has the ball. 3, 2, 1.
Sees it. Deep 3. Oh, wow!
Game 3 is next on ABC, home of the NBA Finals.
As he sends the powder skyward, we will check in on those Taco Bell starting lineup. The Cavs go 5 minutes out of the gate with 1 field goal. And here's James to the basket.
He slows down, he gives you that hesitation move, you relax, and then he explodes.
For James. Right past Evans to the basket, and again, nobody at the rim. Once he gets 5 field goals, equal 4, and he's assisted on the other 3 baskets. Headed by Gatorade. How do you stop LeBron? Well, first, he's a distributor, getting others involved.
Well, he has already 3 assists. 2 guys who are playing with bad ankles.
Williams! The lob for James.
He's at the top of the screen. They caught the defense on the baseline. They caught them watching rather than playing LeBron coming down the middle of the lane.
Really the only good offensive game Johnson's had in the playoffs. James, nice. Beautiful find, and give LeBron it is not. This time takes a 3 over Johnson.
In transition.
Up top, LeBron. He's hit both of the three-pointers for the Cavaliers here tonight.
Here in making the three. Know it. They played slow basketball and became one of the greatest half-court defensive teams. Yao had 29, dictated, was on the floor for close to 40 minutes. Now that is a shame. That team on the floor opens up a good wing or a corner wide open shot.
Unbelievable number on LeBron. Takes a two. He banked it in. Really?
He hits Ilgauskas, hits him again for a slam dunk. Now he's going to say, hey, I'm going to start scoring right now. He goes 8 for 12. And then this one, he banks in that three.
Shot the playoffs, James, with a 5-second difference. A fake and a take and a make by LeBron.
Now that was a difficult angle.
72-65. Cavs looking to go up 3-0. Back. Cleveland 66-16, and James continuing to fill it up at the free throw line. Here's a takeaway and another three from James. He's hit.
I got to get to the basket, and I'm going to make things happen. He has a great shooting percentage, 15 for 25. Then also he says, hey, I'm going to make threes. I go 5 for 10 in behind the line. He also gets to the foul line. They just switch. Oh, he'll shoot right over, Bibby.
There you go. And there you go.
Well, Yale's on the floor.
Same deal.
Oh, boy.
James handled the ball until the switch occurred.
Defense perfectly. He knows what you're doing. Basket. You can see Smith is now 1 for 6. And is the last shot attempt.
Just stop it. This is amazing tonight. Unbelievable.
They just lost their composure completely. Now just watch as he. Now you're not out of the picture here, but you have to stop this guy.
43. James closing in on a Cavalier franchise best.
You notice last time down, Josh Smith, we see the lead pass. LeBron James running, that if we leave them open, they're going to make shots.
Here he is again. You know, for the most part, this series has been too easy. Williams gets it back. Here's James, open for three. Great ball movement, and LeBron James, who hit 5 out of 10 threes in the last game in the first half. Cavaliers have not lost a playoff game yet, and there is a beautiful play. LeBron James shooting over Marvin Williams, hits his first field goal. He's now 5 for 11, 14 points, and the 12 at halftime were the lowest total he had in the first half in this series. Nobody inside. And the biggest lead of the game as Bibby watches, well, right now pitching a shutout in the third quarter. LeBron over to Mo Williams, and Williams hitting his second three-point basket. That's 3 on the shot clock. LeBron for 3, he's got it. And LeBron James hitting a timely 3. And here's LeBron. 3. LeBron James with his third three-point field goal has 24 in the game. And it's a 7-point lead for the Cavaliers and a timeout. LeBron. Mo Williams. Big 3. Mo Williams with his third three-pointer. Huge one. And an 8-point lead for the Cavaliers. With Ilgauskas setting the screen. LeBron lays it in and draws the foul. Every time it seems that it really is time for the Cavaliers to get a basket, it's LeBron James either with a 3 or one of these.
Is the one that keeps the ball alive at the rim for Cleveland.
That was a 55-second possession. And Mo Williams with the 3. And that will speak volumes about the Cavaliers with their defense against the Hawks. And for the Cavaliers, they are the first team since the Miami Heat in 05 to sweep its first 2 series games.
LeBron, talk about this team's composure, and you were saying before games 3 and 4 about this team handling some adversity. How'd they do?
No, we did a good job. You know, Atlanta, we got to give a lot of credit to Atlanta. They played their hearts out these last 2 games in their home building. But one thing, we knew they was going to make runs. It's an unbelievable fan crowd they have here. But every time they made a run, we was able to withstand that and just kept our composure, and we was able to get over the hump each time.
You guys obviously will get another rest before you meet either Boston or Orlando, but I know guys don't like to talk about what team they would like to face, but what problems do both these teams actually handle, give you guys?
Well, they're both experienced. You look at Orlando, they, with the big guy, the Superman in the middle, and they have so many shooters around him, it's tough to guard sometimes. You have to close out to their shooters, but at the same time, you got to worry about Dwight. And then with Boston, they're just very experienced. I mean, it's a championship team, and they have a lot of things going. Even with KG out, Big Baby has done an unbelievable job for that team. So we look forward to meeting whoever, and it's going to be really good in the next series.
All right, enjoy your time off, guys. Thanks a lot. Dick?
All right, Mike. It's been fun so far, huh?
It has been, and I'm looking forward to the Eastern Conference Finals. I think it's really going to be a great series in the East. Either one of those teams, obviously Boston a little depleted, but if it's Orlando that moves on, it could be a headache.
Thanks to our statistician, Marty Aronoff. And so our final score tonight.
Tonight here at the Q, it is Game 1 of the best of 7 Eastern Conference Final Series with the Orlando Magic facing the Cleveland Cavaliers as TNT's exclusive Varejao.
Well, Dwight Howard is going to roam around.
West is open for 3. Yes.
And he's played very, very well. I thought that when you looked at the first 2 rounds of the playoffs.
Here's West for 3. Hit one from the left side of the circle and now the right. Orlando, and he opens up defending on LeBron through that beautiful skip pass to Ilgauskas. Courtney Lee finally getting back into the starting lineup. James rejected. That will count. It's a goaltend on 4-3. Yes. Kept alive by West. 3-on-1 develops. James with the stop. Howard triple team rejected by James. Howard questions why no foul. James for 3. Yes. What a display being put on here by LeBron James. At first looking to set teammates up, and he has come on. He's hit his last 4 shots, including 2 from downtown, and that sensational stuff. So James with 10 points, 4 assists, and the Cavs have opened up a 33-17 lead.
Well, the defense is the calling card for this Cleveland Cavalier team. They have great defensive rotation, good shot blocking. This is what happened.
And Stan Van Gundy did just that during that spree right at the end of the first quarter. There's LeBron James with his first bucket of the James. Makes the turn and scores. It's impossible to stop.
Well, he's so strong, he just rolls right off of you. I remember I used to play Earl Monroe. He used to love to feel your body so he could spin off of you. That's exactly what LeBron did that time. Peters bodied up, and he just rolled right off him and got the easy basket.
Top not able to handle. Beautiful backdoor pass from Williams to James.
Orlando Magic.
There's James on the spin. Once again going right at Peters. The basket counts and a foul.
See, Dwight Howard has 2 fouls. So we'll see what happens on this play. But if they're going to let LeBron James isolate.
2 minutes. Here comes LeBron. And he drew the foul. Went at Gortat. So James points. Now guarded by Lewis. And shoots over him.
If he's going to make that, you can't guard him. I mean, the guy doesn't happen by accident, when he makes these kind of shots right here. It's called a lot of work.
Playing the clock down. James again. He has scored 16 points in the last 5.5 minutes, 26 in all. Gortat with 1 second remaining. Good job by Alston.
Here they allow him to step through and score. You see that he and Mo Williams combined for 36 points. That was a beautiful play. They set up out of the timeout, little backdoor.
James over Turkoglu. Howard rejected. James getting in from the blind side, and a technical foul has been called. A technical foul on Dwight Howard.
You see, that's why they want LeBron on Rafer Alston. They want him to run.
James, yes, he is on. Team for the field, 8 rebounds. Varejao from James. Anderson Varejao. James rejected from behind. Shot clock to 5. James, yes. Has he missed
a couple times? That time it was Varejao. Oh, what a pass.
Wow. And that'll count. It's a goaltend. Spurts, they have one going right now. 8 consecutive points to move within 2. Shot clock down to 2. James, yes.
And I think if you're Stan Van Gundy, you said, look, we'll live.
James with a long 3. 37 for James. James is fouled by Howard. That's number 4. There's James on the run. James is fouled. The hustle play kept it alive, and James scores. Serbiak hitting the floor and was able to get it to James. Varejao gets inside. See Howard stepped away.
To play him.
And here's James, got the step.
That's their money plan. What happens if they put
James to the left hand.
That's just a brilliant shot. The shot clock winding down once again. LeBron is spending a lot of energy. He's got that ball in his hands about 20 seconds on each possession.
Here's LeBron taking to the rim and a foul. So James to the line. He's West for 3. In the lead. Delonte West. As James to the bucket, draws the foul. The basket counts and the foul. Cleveland has recaptured the lead. And that on Dwight Howard is number 6.
Now, Marv, remember one of my keys I talked about, the imprint.
Lewis for 3. Yes! Orlando has taken a 1-point lead, and we are seeing clutch shot James. Bennett Salvatore with the toss. Here it is. Williams in one motion got it off and went back rim. The Orlando Magic have defeated the Cleveland Cavaliers 107-106. West gets it down low. James with the left hand is fouled. 3 Magic players back. James goes right at Lewis.
A break that time to get away from that technical.
And here comes James all the way for the stuff. Rashard Lewis wisely stepped away.
Yeah, because that's going to be a 3-point play. You're not going to stop him once he gets that kind of head of steam up with his power, so you might as well give him the basket and get back.
Here's Howard, slapped away, handled by West.
You getting in the game, I expect you to mentally be into this ball game.
Pavlovich. Odalskis with a series of moves and scores. He's off to a good start. 3 of 3 for the field. Pavlovich for 3. Yes! On the assist from James. Final second. Williams passed on a 3. Finding James. LeBron has 10 points. Here's Redick. As Orlando got the ball down court in a hurry and the Cavaliers did not react. Of 10 from downtown. James with the spin. LeBron James taking it.
He's very fresh. Look at this shot. Nothing but
Cavaliers, half minute left, first half. Here's James again to the rim. Fouled by Gortat. Down to 3. Down to 2. On the spin. Here's LeBron. And he'll go to the line. Took a shot to the head.
Marine. Oh, nice 3 by LeBron James.
LeBron is open. Yes. So we're seeing LeBron James able to split through. That will count on the foul. He is so good at getting off the shot as he is fouled. Lewis picks up the foul as second. James again to the bucket. He's turned back, able to recover, scores, and a foul. And we just saw a prime example of the power and the strength of LeBron James.
And just staying with this, the first time he thought he got hit
James on the move, and he scores. 28 season, LeBron James has certainly shown an act for scoring while getting fouled.
Where you have the strength to be able to play through contact. These are all in the playoffs, obviously. Atlanta, Detroit, we're seeing tonight here against Orlando. You know, touch fouls, hard fouls, the concentration. And the guy led the NBA this year in what you call and ones, the foul and the free throw. You see the strong putback. That's that small lineup now. LeBron is out there on the floor as a four-man. Pavlovich is the three.
There's James on the drive. He is fouled. He was tripped up. So LeBron heads back. There's Pavlovich. He gets the call. Yes, and the foul. It's a blocking foul. James to the rim. And the Cavaliers back up by 2.
The one thing, though, Marv, this cannot just be the LeBron James show. His teammates have got to be...
Williams for 3. Yes! Mo Williams with a deep Ilgauskas. Yes! So both clubs hitting shots here down this stretch. Cavaliers down to 3. Here's Turkoglu. Yes! With 1 second remaining. Cleveland calls for time. And the Magic with a 95-93 lead. Lewis gets it to LeBron for 3 for the win. Yes! LeBron James at the buzzer as the Cavaliers have pulled it out to tie the series, and what a miraculous shot by James.
Prior to the end of the quarter.
LeBron James off the inbounds. That's his first three-pointer of the night. How about this as a follow-up to the clutch shot by Turkoglu? And the Cleveland Cavaliers, after blowing a 23-point lead, are indeed fortunate to come away with a incredible victory.
Well, Mark, you said, I told you wanted that ball going away from the basket. They forced him away. He caught it and made an incredible shot. That's what MVPs do. Those kind of shots, and a shot like that can turn a whole series around. Instead of being down 2-0, you're now 1-1, riding an incredible momentum down to Orlando for Game 3.
They did review the shot to make certain that he got it off on time. We get the official word from Monty McCutcheon. The basket is good. Let's go to Craig with LeBron James. And that's what we saw the first 2 games. Here's LeBron, cannot put it home, and a late whistle. That never occurred to me whether he did wash the socks. I don't know about you, Doug. Mo Williams knocks down a 3, rarely seeing any playing time of the postseason. Pavlovich with the pass, handled well by James, and he scores. So for LeBron, his first bucket.
Oh, what great hands that time as LeBron was going.
Just under 5 left in the first quarter. LeBron James, so he's hit his last 2. Cleveland started out 0 for 6, and they've hit 5 of the last 6 shots.
Well, you'd like to make him a jump shooter. He's getting that ball to about 17 feet, but you don't want him getting in the lane. You don't want to foul him and give him free.
Here's West, ball slapped away. Lee on the open floor, chased down by Williams. Lee rejected from behind. The Magic looking for a goaltend, but it will not be called. LeBron James with the chase down.
Well, this has become his trademark play. I mean, you think you've got a dunk. Now, remember, in the second game, Courtney Lee dunked this ball. He took off a little bit too far out. That looked very, very close to being in the cylinder. But LeBron James never gives up on the...
Nice pass. Ilgauskas to James.
See, LeBron is one of these guys that he has the ball in his hands, everybody's looking. But when he's moving away from the ball, he actually frees himself up a little bit better, and that was a beautiful cut to the basket.
Here's Lee. Oh, that's it. There's Delonte West. And Lee put it down, kept alive by the Cavs.
Courtney Lee lost his shoe. He's got it in his hands. He's playing with one shoe on and one shoe off.
And James is fouled. All right, here's Williams for 3. Mo Williams. Courtney Lee now trying to defend on James, who goes right at the top. He beat Lee off the dribble. and went to the rim. What a beautiful shot. Moving left, shooting right.
And the problem you have is there's nobody in there to block shots now. Without Dwight Howard, who was the leading shot blocker.
James quickly to the front court. And he was hit. Ilgauskas, yes. And Zydrunas Ilgauskas with his first field goal. And Varejao was right there. Now the foul on Alston.
The defensive block when he traced Courtney Lee down from behind, cutting without the ball. He gets the layup. You talked about how it's important to keep him out of the paint. This is the reason why. Just overpowers Gortat, and nice little dribble, little floater across his body as he gets into the paint, got to the line.
Turkoglu defending on James. Shot clock to 3. James had a foul as Turkoglu made contact. Ilgauskas, yes. Zydrunas Ilgauskas very quiet. That foul was charged to Ilgauskas, number 4. Here's James to the left hand, and he'll head to the line. Here's an open shot for Williams. Yes, that's a three-pointer, says Joe Crawford. Mo Williams won. As James again misses a jumper, kept alive though by Williams. The alley-oop for LeBron James. Oh, look out! He took a shot. As backs his way. Nice pass. Beautifully done. LeBron James to Ben Wallace. The buzzer beater. Shot clock here to 2. Down to 1. James to the left hand. Just to beat the shot clock buzzer, and time runs out. Ilgauskas wide open. Yes. And let's see if that gets him going. Here comes James putting the speed on. Going to the left hand, and he is fouled. There was no way they were going to let him get that shot off. Yes, from downtown.
So he was going to start making a shot. So all of
Here's James going at Howard.
He's so strong. I mean, Dwight Howard.
8 o'clock Eastern time start. Here's James putting a move on and a blocking foul. 4.5 remaining on the fourth. James for 3.
Made one jump shot all night from about 16 feet. Anytime you give him the ball, he's going to create something for his teammate.
They spread it out. James going at Howard and scores. And the foul on Howard. That is number 5.
So you got a real problem what they're wanting.
Well, the foul on Petras, a blocking foul. That'll put 7. Turkoglu to the rim. Rebounded by James. Pulls it up. And it's blocked from behind, but a foul on Howard.
He's got to be careful. Remember, he's already got a technical. And even though it might not affect tonight's game, these things start accumulating.
With a 2-1 lead on the Cleveland Cavaliers. And here in Orlando, they're saying, hey, this could have been 3-0, but it is 2-1 with a game 4. Is listed at 6'3", off the steal. Here comes James, and he hammers it down. Good start for Howard, 7 points. Ilgauskas inside, and Howard wisely, the post, goes behind the back to Varejao. What a pass.
Now that is sort of reminiscent of game 1 when Varejao got those 6 early points. So when you double team, you're scrambling. Rashard Lewis had a wide open 3.
Here is James. So LeBron James, who had so much difficulty hitting for 3. Yes.
I don't know if he rolled his ankle, but he's limping coming out after that shot. He was 1 of 8 from 3 the other night.
LeBron trying to hang in. His team now with James on the front line. Nice pass. Wallace with the pass from James. 6. Here's the spin by LeBron, and he's fouled.
That's why you have to rest him with the lead.
Here's James on the open floor. James puts a move on Johnson, and he scores to give the Cavaliers.
Once again, this is going to be a foul on Petras.
That's the first on Petras, tripping up James. James slipping it to Ilgauskas.
Early offense. Much.
Steve Lewis cheating over. James going at Petras. Yes, and the foul. What a move by LeBron James.
I don't understand why Dwight Howard, when he saw that Petras was in trouble, this is the defensive player of the year, he's only got 1 foul. Nobody comes down and helps. Look at Rashard Lewis, they're all witnesses. You know, that play right there, I mean, you cannot let LeBron.
Gibson for 3, yes. 5-point advantage for the Cavaliers. The lead for James, able to handle it and puts it down. LeBron James has come on strong.
He said his players taking ownership. He said Mo Williams coming out 12 hours before the game trying to find a shooting touch.
James on the spin, and a foul is called. Check back in. James with a long three. LeBron James backing it up on Michael Petrus and knocked it down from three-point territory. Cavaliers now lead at 7. Nelson Ilgauskas with the tip. And then James met by Lee. Shot clock down to 5. Here's LeBron to the left hand, and he is fouled. There's Howard, blocked from behind by James. LeBron goes at Petrus, and a foul. Now James on the post and is able to score. Went right at Petrus.
How about the last 2 times they've gone away from all the dribbling, gone into the post, and got 2 scores.
29 for LeBron James. Varejao, yes, and the foul. Off the setup from James. James to the rim. Whipping by Petrus, and then Lewis. The lead is down to 1.
Well, this game has become Cleveland in the paint.
We're going down to the final minute. James on the fade, draws the foul, and Turkoglu gets it in. Here's Lewis turning, and he shoots. Yes! With 4 and 1/10 seconds to go, and the Cavaliers take a timeout. The Magic with a 100. Petrus is with him. Here is LeBron. Look out, he's tricked us with 0.5 of a second. The lead is down to 1. Here at Amway. And he hits it. He got the roll on the front rim to tie the game. And Petrus on James, who shoots for 3. Yes. LeBron James from downtown. There's James off the fake. Worthless inside. Little scoop shot. LeBron goes right at Howard and is rejected, but a foul. LeBron for 3. Yes.
You better not let LeBron get his hands on this ball. He's going to want to catch it on the run. You got to make him catch the ball going back towards the basket, and you cannot foul.
Orlando in their prevent defense as they drop back. 3 and 2/10 seconds remaining. Mo Williams will throw it in. They're doubled on LeBron. Here's the peg into James. Across midcourt. He fires for the win. The Orlando Magic escape with an overtime victory. 116-114.
When that shot went up, tell me, did you think it was going in by LeBron? I mean, look at this shot. I mean, you expect that shot to go in. Marv, how about the games that we have had?
3-1 deficit. Only 8 teams in the history of the NBA have done that. Here's Delonte West with the fade. The Phoenix Suns, the last.
Lewis has gotten off to slow starts in the first quarter in this series.
Williams for 3. Williams knocks it down. Rafer Alston lost. Here's Howard. Strip. LeBron James knocked it away. Williams on the run. He beat Turkoglu. Throws it to Varejao. The follow by James. And a foul.
And this is what you want. When you are struggling and you're down 3-1, let your defense.
At 14 and 13, that will count. It's a goaltend on Howard. On ABC, it'll be game 7 of the Nuggets and the Lakers. And the foul is James. Yes. Petrus face guarding James. He was able to hit. 30-10. Cleveland. LeBron is 3 of 3 here at the start. He has 9 points. And his injury hit campaign, this 28 games, sidelined by that fractured right wrist. And James took a shot out of 9. Here's James. And he is fouled.
Well, they're not a 5 o'clock Eastern.
Steve upset as James is able to hit the floater. He's upset that the NBA 9 minutes. Shot clock is down to 5. Here's Williams for 3. That's his 4th. James on a crossover. Nice feed for Smith.
I just like when LeBron James is on the wing, he has so many more options because he can get into the lane and find cutters.
Very good job defensively on how Ilgauskas uncontested.
And that can't happen.
There's James. He is fouled. He was pushed. Yes. That's a 2. Back comes James. Puts moves on Turkoglu, and he's fouled. Somehow he got it off. That would have counted. James sets it up for Varejao. That counts in the foul. So Varejao will head. James kicking it back out. Gibson open for 3. Play by Petrus. Gets it into the corner for the 3. And again, it's Mo Williams. Here's Gibson. Yes, that's a 3. Well, Craig Sager asked Mike Brown, will it be Dan? Here comes West. Turkoglu had a step away. James with the rebound. Turkoglu did not want to pick up a 5th. James flips it up as he draws the foul. Number 6 on Saturday night. The Magic try to wrap things up and make it to the NBA Finals for the first time since 1995. Right here in the 4th. James goes at Petrus. James with a nice move.
Well, if you're Michael Petrus, you can't reach because if you reach and don't get your hand on the ball.
He's foul. And for Petrus, that's number 4. Yes! And it counts. LeBron James will go to the line.
And see what that extra hustle and possession pays off right here.
James has Alston on the crowd, looking for LeBron to go right at him. Spins his way and scores. Got the hop. 94-90, Cleveland. Just under 5 left. Hitting his shots. This time LeBron on a spin goes 1-on-2. Try to get it to Varejao. Now here's Gibson for 3. Yes! This is a flashback. And here is LeBron. Yes. Timeout, Orlando. 6-point Cavalier lead with 3:33 to play in the 4th.
Well, Petrus, who has played LeBron great all series.
2 on the 24. James to the rim. Yes, and the foul. What a spectacular move. Dwight Howard has fouled out in the process.
We talked about LeBron James being the best player on the floor in the 4th quarter. Right here, willing his team, taking the ball straight
and hits. This has become a game of horse. LeBron James against Michael Petrus. What a pass. Varejao with the reverse. It counts and the foul.
You see the 3-pointer there to Mo Williams. He even got the bench points with Daniel Gibson. And then when it was time to score, backing down the smaller Alston. And what I like here, you're going to go at the land of the Giants. Goes right at the chest of the defensive player of the year, Dwight Howard, picking up his 6th foul, 37 points, 14 rebounds.
To a 6th game in Orlando on Saturday night. And you'll see it exclusively here on TNT starting as the series has shifted back to Orlando. Or can the Magic wrap it up back home to make their way to the NBA Finals? Leads Varejao. Nicely done. James, yes. So LeBron James connects on his first attempt. James, yes.
That's 2 outside shots for LeBron James. And
shot clock down to 2, down to 1. And as James took that hit. And here is LeBron for 3.
Back-to-back threes here for the Cavs. And
here's James to the fade, yes. Good start here for LeBron James, 4 of 5. Oh, what a play by James, using his speed to follow up the shot.
For a reason, and we have a lot of shooters around Dwight, and the point guard's done a great job running the team, and coaches put him in successful positions.
Have you and Delonte been talking these past 2 weeks?
A little bit, but not really.
Cleveland trying to stay alive and bring it back home for Game 7. And Delonte West with the drive. 49-36. Pass for Varejao, getting inside for the reverse.
Nice find there because they really have guarded LeBron James fantastic, and his teammates are going to have to do a better job of stepping up and actually doing something right here in the pick and roll. Varejao can't finish, and you see this is the last play right before half when Mike Brown got the technical foul. He thought there was contact as LeBron went into the body of Dwight Howard. A no call.
Indicated the technical. Here's Mo Williams open for three.
Two quick threes by the Magic.
Here's James from downtown. Timeout called by Orlando. The lead is down to 11. Brought by Alston. Alston all the way. Rejected from behind by James. Goes right at him. And a foul is called. Peters coming over, trying to slap it away. 5 on the 24. Here comes LeBron. Yes, and the foul went to the left hand, and he drew the foul. This reminiscent of what we saw in the fourth quarter in Game 5. And finally, the Magic able to pick up a second foul on Howard.
With players that can knock down the long ball right here. Rafer Alston in the first half. Rashard Lewis at 6'10", being able to stretch the floor. Tito Turkoglu also at 6'10", and the driving kick. Michael Peters off the bench. Again, it's just not one or two players. That is one of the prerequisites to be on this team, is being able to stretch the floor.
There's Wallace getting inside off the nice pass from James. They double up on James, so they get the ball out of his hands. Williams shoots for three. A long three by Mo Williams. Down. James with a nice pass. Varejao with the bucket. It counts, and that's number 4 on Howard.
Defensive philosophy and looks at Dwight Howard, at LeBron James, but also 44 minutes a game in league plays. Everyone's going to wonder all next year, where is LeBron James?
And some of the smaller markets doing well. All right, here comes West for James, and he puts it down.